my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
It was supposed to be just another chill Instagram live. Teyana Taylor had gone live with her usual radiant energy, talking to her fans about her upcoming projects, showing off a new behind-the-scenes look from a shoot, and laughing with her team in the background. Nothing seemed off. Nothing at all. That is, until the comments section turned from emojis and fire signs to full-on chaos. One comment flashed across the screen like a lightning bolt. Aaron's baby is here. His ex just posted the birth. And just like that, everything shifted. Teyana's smile froze. She blinked. The comments flooded in faster now. People asking if she saw the post, tagging her, dropping the ad of Aaron's ex, and screenshotting the IG story that was apparently spreading like wildfire. The live stream got quiet. Her eyes darted slightly to her phone. For just a second, you could see the confusion. Then it turned to disbelief. And then hurt. She covered her mouth briefly and stared at the screen. The vibe was completely gone. Thousands of viewers watched in real time as her mood changed. 1 second she was glowing. The next she was spiraling. She didn't explain, didn't clarify, just said softly, "I gotta go, y'all," and ended the stream. People sat there staring at their phones in silence. Did they really just witness her finding out Aaron had a baby with someone else? People immediately went digging. And there it was. Aaron's ex had posted a carousel of photos. A baby boy wrapped in a soft blue blanket, a tiny hand clutching her finger, and a caption that read, "Welcome to the world, baby boy. You are made with love, even when it was complicated." It didn't take long before everyone connected the dots. The post didn't mention Aaron by name, but the timing, the history, and the look of the baby, fans were convinced. And so was Teyana. For those who don't know, Aaron and his ex had a messy, unpredictable past. They were never really a stable couple, more like a cycle that wouldn't break. Rumors had floated for a while that there was some overlap between the end of his last relationship and the start of things with Teyana. But Aaron always denied it, claimed the ex was bitter, that it was fully over, that he was starting fresh with Teyana. She trusted him, or at least she wanted to. The problem was, Aaron's ex had gone completely off the grid months ago. No posts, no stories, no events. At the time, people just thought she was taking a break from the spotlight. Now it all made sense. She was pregnant, and the silence wasn't peace. It was a secret. Even worse, people noticed that the baby's estimated birth date lines up suspiciously well with the timeline when Aaron and Teyana first went public. Which begged the painful question, did Aaron get his ex pregnant while already with Teyana? Was Teyana just the shiny new distraction while he left another woman to deal with the consequences? After the live stream ended, Teyana didn't post anything.
She didn't tweet. She didn't comment.
She just disappeared. And in this day and age, silence speaks louder than words. Fans could feel it in their bones. She was hurt, broken,
Betrayed.
Behind the scenes, sources close to her started to talk. One insider said Teyana had no idea about the baby, that Aaron had never once mentioned his ex was expecting, that this was truly a blindside. Another source said Teyana had asked him outright months ago about rumors she'd heard, and he looked her in the eye and said it was just drama, that she had nothing to worry about. Turns out, she had everything to worry about. And then came the worst part. People started digging into Aaron's own recent posts. Just a few days before the birth announcement, he had uploaded a photo with Teyana, captioned with a heart and the words "grateful for real love." That post is now gone. Deleted. Fans were furious. They felt betrayed for her. People took to Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, calling Aaron everything from a liar to a manipulator. One viral TikTok stitched together his deleted photo, the baby announcement, and Teyana's reaction on Live with a caption, "This man played everyone, especially her." Meanwhile, Aaron stayed mostly quiet. He didn't post anything for nearly 24 hours, which in internet time feels like forever. And then finally, a vague IG story, a black background with white letters that said, "Timing isn't always perfect, but life is still beautiful." That was it. No name, no explanation, no emotion. And to many, that felt even worse. People accused him of gaslighting, of trying to reframe a betrayal as something poetic, as if having a child behind someone's back was just part of life's messy beauty. The comments weren't having it. Beautiful to who? One person wrote. You broke that girl on live, said another. As for Teyana, her friends began speaking out for her. One posted a photo of them together from a studio session with the caption, "You don't owe the world your pain. You owe yourself your peace." Another friend simply tweeted, "Loyalty means nothing to some people." The message was clear. Her circle was circling tight, and Aaron was out. It wasn't long before the internet started piecing things together, and once the DMs started leaking, the floodgates blew wide open. Alleged screenshots of messages between Aaron and his ex began to circulate across every platform. One read, "We'll always be connected, no matter what happens." Another one said, "I'll be there when the time comes. Just be patient." Nothing was confirmed, but let's be real, confirmation didn't matter. The damage was done. The moment those screenshots hit the timeline, public opinion flipped. The more they spread, the more Aaron looked like a man living two lives, one with Teyana in the spotlight and one in the shadows, making quiet promises elsewhere. Then came the question no one wanted to say out loud. Was Teyana pregnant too? Had she been building a future with this man while he was secretly already a father? One bold tabloid even claimed she had been spotted leaving a fertility clinic just weeks before everything exploded. The internet went wild. Was she trying to have a baby with him while he was hiding one? If that was true, the betrayal was more than just romantic, it was spiritual. But even as the rumors exploded, Teyana said nothing. No messy posts, no cryptic quotes, no public breakdown. She chose silence and power. One by one, pictures of Aaron vanished from her Instagram. Comments were disabled. Her whole vibe changed, stripped down, sterile, unbothered, locked in. Her page looked less like heartbreak and more like strategy. She didn't have to explain. She let the world read between the lines. And what they saw was clear. She wasn't falling apart. She was cutting ties and leveling up. And then, out of nowhere, she posted a photo. It wasn't dramatic. Just her, makeup-free, sitting on her studio floor in sweats. The caption read, "I see it all now. Every lie, every mask. But I still choose love. Just not the kind that breaks me." It hit hard. Fans reposted it everywhere. Celebs liked it. Influencers quoted it. And in that quiet, graceful post, Teyana reclaimed her power. She wasn't going to let the betrayal define her. She was going to rise above it, as she always had. Meanwhile, Aaron's ex decided it was time to stir the pot again. She posted a quiet, almost innocent-looking video. A baby in a hospital bassinet, soft music playing in the background. Nothing flashy. No captions. But what set the internet ablaze wasn't the baby. It was the detail most people caught on their second or third watch. A man's hand in the corner of the frame. Just for a second. Just a glimpse. But it was enough. Fans paused the video, zoomed in, analyzed the tattoos, the rings, the skin tone, and they said what everyone else was thinking. That's him. Aaron. It was him. There was no official tag, no face shown, but the message didn't need to be spelled out. He was there. He had held that baby. He had known all along. And yet, just days earlier, this same man had been standing beside Teyana, holding her hand, looking into her eyes, talking about trust, about building something that could last, about a future that now felt fake in retrospect. He had smiled for the cameras, posed like everything was solid, made millions of people believe in a fairy tale that was already cracking, already shattered behind closed doors. As the footage spread, the internet shifted. The outrage was fast and fierce, but what came next was quieter, heavier, mourning. Not for Aaron, but for the idea of what he and Teyana were supposed to be, for the love people thought they saw, for the woman they knew deserved more. Fans flooded her comments, not with pity, but with power. They posted old clips of her performing like fire on stage, laughing during interviews, dancing like nothing could break her. They reminded her and the world exactly who she was.
A force.
A woman with backbone and heart. A queen who didn't need a king to keep her crown on straight. Then came the whispers about music. That she had already started writing. That she was in the studio. That the pain, the betrayal, the silence, it was all being poured into the mic. One producer tweeted, "She walked into the studio with tears. She left with fire." Another insider said, "She's not recording an album. She's preparing a reckoning." And here's the thing about Teyana that makes her different. You can break her heart, but you cannot break her spirit. If anything, betrayal just becomes more fuel for her evolution. Every time someone tries to destroy her, she turns the wreckage into something iconic. Pain becomes rhythm. Lies become lyrics. And Aaron? He's not a love story anymore. He's a cautionary tale. A plot twist. A name in the credits of a song that will play long after his excuses fade. Because maybe, just maybe, the baby wasn't even the real betrayal. It was the lies. The omissions. The arrogance of thinking she'd never find out. Or worse, that when she did, she'd stay quiet. That she'd swallow the truth to protect his image. But she didn't. And she won't. And the way she found out, with strangers watching, with the world watching, that kind of cruelty cuts deep. That kind of exposure leaves a mark. It lingers like smoke long after the fire's gone out.
But Teyana?
She doesn't just survive. She transforms. Always has. Always will. So when she comes back, and you know she will, it won't be to explain herself. It won't be to clap back or spill tea. It won't even be about Aaron. It'll be about reminding everyone that she's not the woman who got played on the timeline. She's the woman who made power out of pain. Who took the ashes and built an empire. Who walked out of the fire glowing. Because that's what Teyana does every single time.